I'd be happy knowing she's gone. Perhaps I've been running so long now that it will just take time for the relief to set in. You know, why don't you keep that gun of hers? I think it's time I left the past behind. Yes, let's. Enough about the past. The information I have is on a deal for something called Project Dominion. I'm giving you 2 slates. They contain surveillance and interaction data for Stanley McMillan, the Infinity rep, that I obtained myself. I'm also giving you a 3rd slate because you're going to need to download the files on Project Dominion off his computer yourself. Nice doing business with you.
What the hell are you doing in this dump of a city anyway? You draw the short stick at work or what?
Infinity sent me to get Deimos to bite on a deal. He's even got a catchy code name. Project Dominion.
Sounds like world domination to me, buddy. I'd buy into that in a heartbeat.
Right? I'm telling you, this Project Dominion is the real deal. We ought to be selling this to Inception or Quantum.
Hell, you should be in the Astro Lounge making Ryujin Industries beg for that tech.
Ha! That'd be the greatest irony of them all, but not this baby. Dominion is finally gonna put Infinity first. We'll beat Ryujin at their own game.
approaching ship, you've entered Freestar Collective space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband. That's all we need. Enjoy Neon.
This could be the most important meeting of my career.
This deal could be huge for my company.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
Well, that took longer than expected. I hope whatever information Simon had was worth it. So sure of yourself, are you? Give me a moment to run a decryption. Let's see. Got the key, deciphering, and done. Well, well, well. Looks like our friend Simon wasn't joking. This is a sales initiative for Project Dominion. It's not an Infinity Ltd design. It's one of ours. They didn't even bother to scrub the name, meaning someone never thought they'd get caught. Come with me. Masako needs to hear about this.
Don't cause any trouble.
Hey,
Ularu? What is this about? Who is this?
This is our latest junior operative. I sent her on an assignment to rendezvous with an informant. But here's the real news. Infinity Ltd has gotten their hands on Project Dominion.
Impossible.
Not only that, they're trying to sell it under their own name.
Of course they are. We need fines to investigate this immediately. Since you found this information, I am trusting you to help investigate. You see, Project Dominion is confidential. It requires a high security clearance to even know it exists. If Infinity Ltd has obtained any information on it, that means we have a very well-connected mole within our corporation. Exactly. I want you to go see Dalton Fines, our Chief Security Officer. I'll send him the details. You've brought an enormous security violation to our attention, so I trust your help in any way possible. And thank you. Some operatives may have seized this as an opportunity for extortion. It's good to know your loyalty lies with us.
Don't screw this up. I've fired people for less.
Ryujin CEO is no joke in the boardroom. Ryujin certainly spared no expense on the exec floor.
Good. You're here. So, thanks to your work in Sidonia, I'm told someone here has leaked information on Project Dominion to our adversaries at Infinity Ltd. A mole within the company means a failing in my department. We're initiating Security Directive Theta, which means a full sweep of every employee in this building, Masako and myself included. It's certainly a failing. But for now, we're focusing on redemption. Directive Theta has one unique case, and that's Ularu Chen. The directive calls for a specialized programmer known as Nyx to investigate her. But he'll need your assistance for an unusual assignment. We don't deal in trust here. Think more in terms of mutual benefit and leverage. And in this case, it's mutual benefit. Nyx will be giving you a program to run on Ularu's computer that will pull any data needed to prove her guilty or innocent. Your job is to infiltrate Ryujin Tower as an anonymous outsider in order to run this program completely off the books. This means your keycard will be turned off, and the security guards in the building will consider you to be trespassing. At least one of us is. In the meantime, I'll ensure all non-essential employees, Ularu included, have left the building, claiming routine security maintenance. During that time, I'll be unlocking access to the tower's ventilation system, which you can utilize to help avoid detection. I'm also issuing you a disruptor, which should help in avoiding casualties should a worst-case scenario turn up. Good. No one can know about this, not even our own guards. So stealth will be of utmost importance. You'll meet Nyx at Madame Sauvage's place. He knows Directive Theta has been enacted.
I've got my eye on you.
Security's got its eyes on Saburo Okadipo. That guy's trouble for the status quo, if you know what I mean.
Hey there.
Take it easy.
Styx, how's this month looking?
I'm sorry. I did not understand your query. Please rephrase.
I'm asking for the sales report.
Understood. Current data shows revenue has decreased 13.7%.
Yeah, so business sucks. Tell me something I don't know, Styx.
Affirmative. The word nurdle refers to a blob of toothpaste placed on the bristles of a toothbrush.
No, Styx, I didn't mean to literally tell me. Ah, forget it. Good talk.
Hopefully he finds something better.
Yeah?
Good to see ya. It's not bad.
Look, I ain't gonna stand around here all day, right?
Neon's the only place where my talents are actually respected. You got an appointment? 'Cause if not, consider this area reserved.
And I've never paid this much.
Oh yeah, Dalton's little errand runner. I've written up a program just for the occasion. But... Oh, I'm pretty sure it's not. Well, in this scenario... Ryujin is... you know, part of me could... Alright, you win. A pleasure, Ezel. Your job is simple. Just run this little beauty on Ularu Chen's computer. Once you're done, bring the slate back to me at my place. Whatever encryption Ularu had. It's nice to see you know more than just sneaking around and talking a good game. Here's the slate. I'll be waiting.
things harder for yourself. You don't belong. Don't be stupid. Stop now.
I can assure you, this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility will not go.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay, no bounty.
Hello? I'm looking to join a crew. Any openings?
Okay. Hello.
Hey there! You look like the planet-hopping type. Got any room on your ship for someone? Aye aye, Captain. You're short on credit? This is what you call no? No. Stop! I don't want to hear it. I feel for you, but... Thanks! I think we'll make... Thanks for giving me a chance, Captain. I won't let you down.
Excuse me. Any vacancies on your crew? Trust me, you'll be getting a bargain.
Pardon. I'm looking for work. You hiring?
You picked a good day to drop by, Bart.
You're with Constellation? That seems like we have that in common. Personally, I'm here looking for work. Well, I'll be damned. What's your offer? Sounds like a fair salary. I'll head straight to my post and get to work.
Hope life is treating you well. Let me know if I can get you anything.
Hey, if you're looking for a weapons specialist, I could really use the work to pay off some debts.
Good
Damn.
to see you again. Can I get
Guess
you
I'll try
something?
someone else.
Hey there. Always nice to see you. Listen, that worked for you? Let me know if there's anything I... Yep. Space. I've got some. You would love it, I guarantee. I made a deal with the hub, but it never showed up. Security got wind. I submitted all the... And really? I need to get my... I really do. Before we say, I am in no... This is just one friend, and if you, God, you have no idea what a relief this is. I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I just figure... has to be a way to get what I need. I'm not worried. I'm annoyed. Wait, are you saying I should be worried? No, of course not. It'll be fine. Totally fine. I trust you. Well... Lucky for you, that is... Catch you later.
honest, I'm a little surprised every time this ship makes it back in one piece.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please.
Yes?
Hey there, new girl. Hope life is treating you well. Oh, no way. You really got it? I probably don't want to know what you did to get this, right? I certainly hope not. Well, look, I can assure this will all be worth it in the end. On top of that, you get free drinks. Not like unlimited free drinks, but you want a little pick-me-up now and then? I need some time to work on what comes next. See you around.
Sergeant Yumi's looking for reliable people to help the guard. Contact him if you're interested. We'd all appreciate it.
I feel...
building. Please find the nearest exit and contact emergency services.
Don't be nervous. You got this.
Easy for you to say, top of the class.
Infinity is huge. Like, staggeringly huge. They need people like you. Even with your grades.
Yeah, I'm sure a junior assistant is vital.
You can't go in. You just can't.
But
It's
David's
important
my friend.
that the people
He
of the
writes
United
me.
Colonies can trust
I
their
hate to
primary
break it
news
to you, but
source.
his PA's the one
Can I
who
help
handles
you?
cards and headshots. Mr. Barron's a very busy and
Well, I'll be the judge of that. What's this so-called story about?
listen,
Corporate greed claims victims once more. And you have evidence to support this claim.
that's all I can do.
Good. The less investigation we need to put into this, the faster I can prepare the broadcast. I don't suppose you want to tell me how you got this evidence. Well, you can't blame me for trying. Is there at least a name I can cite as my source? Why am I not surprised? As long as the evidence is adequate and verifiable, I expect it'll be aired within the hour, if not sooner. Now, if you'll excuse me, I obviously have some work to do.
Welcome to SSNN.
Be careful if you run into those eclectic jerks.
I've yet to hear anything of note on SSNN. Let's hear your report. Good. David won't be able to resist a story like this. He'll do some preliminary confirmations, which will be enough to get the broadcast out to the public. And how did the neuroamp perform? I thought it would be. So now it's just a waiting game for SSNN to break the news. Once the story airs, we have another board meeting scheduled to decide how to handle Infinity. Go ahead, Maeve.
The SSNN broadcast has started. Shall I patch it through?
Yes, thank you.
Infinity Ltd. and Lucas Drexler are currently under investigation for a number of violations, including murder for hire, unauthorized human trials, and corporate theft. Authorities representing the UC and the Freestar Collective have been dispatched to a consolidated mining station and the clinic. Both locations are believed to hold numerous victims. Drexler's motivation appears to be an attempt to launch a new product based off stolen information from a competitor. The details on the project itself and the competitor have yet to be confirmed. This has been David Barron for SSNN.
Perfect. This exposure puts Infinity right where we want them. The meeting will begin momentarily, but I want you to discuss the options we have with the other members. Infinity's net worth is about to hit rock bottom. So this gives us the opportunity to win a little more public faith. Quite right. The truth is, we'll be making evaluations. We'll shed any employees who don't make the cut, slowly but surely. By incorporating Infinity, we eliminate a competitor, get their best employees and contracts, and all while boosting our public perception. I'm glad we're on the same page. Which is why I'd like you to talk to the board to convince them this is the right move. There are several who might disagree, and you have the perfect tool to help sway them. Good. You'll find most of the board members in their offices preparing. Vina is also here, waiting for the meeting to start. We'll need at least 50% of the vote to go our way. In the event of a tie, I will make the final decision. I trust you'll get it done.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
Did Masako send you to try and convince me to acquire Infinity Ltd? I think we both know that's not going to work. Our public perception is good enough. If you ask me, reaching out to save Infinity just makes us look weak. The internal neuroamp gives us the power to crush our competitors, not take them under our wing. This is exactly why Masako's time as CEO is finished. That neuroamp is a breakthrough. It gives us the edge in any situation, so get used to it. Besides, most on the board would agree. So why not use it to seal Infinity's fate? Well, it does make Ryujin look good, and we do gain a wider customer base, which means higher profits. You're oddly right about this one, Op. I guess you are worth keeping around. As long as everyone has Ryujin's best interests in mind. This should make for an interesting meeting. An issue? That would be a foolish move. Dalton and Alexis are the only two against it. You'd never get the rest to shut it down. Dangerous indeed. For all I know, you're using it right now. The irony. Perhaps I didn't see it earlier, but you're right. The moment a competitor reverse engineers Vina's work, it'll be chaos. The last thing I want is to have my brains scrambled because some engineer didn't do their due diligence. Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have a lot of preparations to make.
I've got my eye on you.
This meeting should prove to be very interesting. I assume Masako briefed you on her preferred outcome. That blasted tech. If it were up, I knew it was a great... You read my mind. Let's just hope Masako and the others see it that. Plus, if we vote to acquire Infinity Ltd, we're about to add a significant workload onto my team. The last thing I want to deal with are any more incidents this new neuroamp might cause. I hate to agree, but you're right. And I'm sure Masako will understand my reasoning. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some preparations to make. We'll be announcing Ularu's termination of employment at this meeting.
Ooh, look at that. Your surgical wound's healing like...
Is Masako checking up on me to make sure? Well, you can let Masako know to rest easy. It just so happens that her agenda lines up with mine. We just need to grab Infinity Ltd while it's got the public's full attention. I'm all about free PR, especially when it's painting us in a good light. I'm sure I can squeeze enough goodwill out of this to last us at least a year. All right. I suppose you've earned the right to voice your opinion after everything you've done, qualified or not. So let's hear it. The possible backlash on tech like this is not lost on me. However, the internal neuroamp will define the next era of tech, with Ryujin at the forefront. It's not an opportunity you just walk away from. You're right. The moment you violate your customers' trust, there's a good chance they'll never come back. Even worse, you push them into the hands of your competitors. Well, it seems your talents really do stretch beyond just being an operative.
And how's my favorite patient doing? Not seeing any temporal memory flashes or losing time, I hope. Reminds me of my undergrad days. I mean, I assume you're joking, right? I'll have to get that documented and we'll definitely want to run a few tests if not. So, tell me what you think of the neuroamp. I hope you're not actually suggesting that the technology I spent years working on and perfecting never sees the light of day. This is groundbreaking work. My life's work. Fine, fine. Make your case. And both of those applications would be great for Ryujin and humankind. Well, this conversation's made me feel like a proper monster. But you're right. In a perfect world, tech like this is used for good. But this world is far from perfect. It is. It really is. For years, my only focus has been, is this possible? And then, how do I make it work? I never stopped to consider if it was right, or what it would mean. I guess it'll be up to a vote either way. It's not on the meeting agenda, so I assume you'll bring it up yourself? We just have to hope the others will see reason. So the next question is, what will the fate of Infinity Ltd be? That's what I'm hoping for. They may be the underdog, but that doesn't mean they don't have a brilliant mind or two. Well, this has certainly been the most interesting conversation of my day. All we can do now is look forward to the meeting, right? See you in there.
I'm glad we're making an effort in our appearance today. Just the person I wanted to see. I want to get all the details locked down for this meeting, and I believe you to be one of the best sources available. Good. I prefer first-hand feedback when available. You've had the chance to encounter members of Infinity Ltd throughout your assignments here. Do you think they're worth redemption? And why? Saving the jobs of thousands is altruistic, which is not a luxury corporations have. It's a financial burden. It would be a huge... This is true. Infinity never had the financial resources to match our salary offers. Getting what few capable employees they have at half the salary we typically pay here could have major payoffs in the long run. Next question. What is your opinion on how Masako handled the mole situation? And why do you feel it was well handled? Please note I'm not disagreeing. I just want to know the why behind your statement. Being prepared for anything is a great asset, one that Masako excels at. I appreciate the insight. I suppose I should ask if there's anything I can do for you, considering how helpful you've been. It's only dangerous to those who can't afford one, hence the added motivation that will bolster sales. I think we all know how averse I am to chaos. Finances are my forte, so you make a good point. Our competition has yet to truly master neuroamps, but the possibility is there. It's a risk I am unwilling to take. At this time. This has been rather enlightening for me. I appreciate the time.
If only there were more hours in the day. Well, if it isn't my favorite operative, something I can help you with? You heard correct. I've every reason to believe that Infinity Ltd is the Pandora's box of corporations. All right, I could use the entertainment. Tell me why Infinity is a good asset. When it comes to profit, I suppose all my arguments do fall short. Huh. Well, what do you know? I think you just convinced me. Talent like yours belongs in the courtroom. Don't even get me started. First off, if I find out you used that device on me, I will tie you up in court on whatever charges I can conjure for the rest of your life. Second, that tech is one major human rights violation that no legal team wants to fight. I'll do whatever I can to make sure it's either severely delayed or collects dust in storage. Well, I'm both glad and surprised to hear the one person who has one say that. Masako is lucky to have you at her disposal, you know? You may be the greatest asset, aside from the internal neuroamp, that Ryujin has. This exchange has been surprisingly insightful, but now I really do need to get back to my notes.
All right, everyone. As you all know, we've successfully exposed Infinity Ltd's botched human trials and murder for hire through SSNN. The public is demanding their leadership, namely Lucas Drexler, face trial, and he's probably writing his resignation as we speak. Ryujin will be launching a statement, but I believe now is the perfect time to acquire Infinity Ltd.
Believe it or not, I agree. The acquisition has risks, and it's going to create a lot of work for all of us. But the overall payoff will be worth it.
That and Infinity Ltd's current situation makes them more affordable than ever.
Arguments?
After the series of security issues we've had lately, I'd be remiss if I didn't say the acquisition is a bad idea. This simply is not the time.
I think what we're all overlooking is what led us to this situation to begin with. Yes, our security was compromised. But considering Dalton was hired by Masako, the issue obviously starts at the top. In fact, I propose that Masako be removed from CEO altogether.
Ularu, this isn't a line you want to cross.
And considering you're the mole, if anyone's going to be removed from power, it's going to be you.
Hold up. Are you saying you lied to us?
Dalton, the last meeting we had, you distinctly said Imogene was the mole, and she'd been dealt with.
Do you even have any proof to back up this outrageous claim?
Of course we do. The malicious code you hid on this slate to upload incriminating evidence against Masako onto Lucas Drexler's computer.
To put it bluntly, Ularu, you're fired. Security will hold you in your office until a proper exit interview can be done.
This isn't right. I should at least have the opportunity to resign.
And allow you to still be marketable to a competitor? I don't think so. This may be news to me, and I will be reviewing the evidence closely. But this isn't something you just get to walk away from.
Security, escort Miss Chen to her office and see that she stays put.
You'll regret this. All of you.
I believe the only regret would be trusting you to begin with.
All right, back to business. All in favor of acquiring Infinity Ltd?
Aye.
All against?
Nay.
Good. Alexis, start drawing up the necessary documentation. Anyone have anything else they'd like to bring up? The internal neuroamp is a key component of Ryujin Industries' success for the next 10 years, if not more. Why would we shelve it after we've finally perfected it?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but she's right. Regardless of the pros, the cons are too morally and ethically irresponsible to move forward with.
The moment the public gets wind of the true capabilities of this tech, we're gonna suffer severe backlash.
Very well. All in favor of shelving Project Dominion?
Aye.
Vina, prep Project Dominion for storage. Any other matters to bring forth? None? This concludes our order of business for today.
So much work to do.
Shelving the internal neuroamp. Not the outcome I anticipated. A fine point, but it still proves its usefulness. The truth remains, Lucas Drexler learned a hard lesson, and we exposed a traitor among us. You've proven yourself to be quite the asset here at Ryujin. I suppose it is. Gratitude isn't something you typically hear these days in the corporate world. I truly appreciate the work you put into exposing Ularu. No operative has ever had to investigate our own to the extent that you did. I can imagine it may have been a lot of pressure, considering you were fairly new at the time. Imogene's instincts were right about you. Now, as promised, I have your bonus. I hope you'll find it appropriate for all you've done. And I'm promoting you to senior operative. You've more than earned it. It's well-deserved. With your new position, you now have an office with mission board access, and you're free to make your own hours. The mission board holds your assignments, and you can pick and choose to your strengths. Although, I may still have more specific assignments for you. Questions? Good. You may get started at any time, but I suggest you familiarize yourself with the mission board before leaving. You've put in a lot of hard work here recently, so I understand if a vacation is in order. Just don't forget, you still have a job to come back to.
This could be the most important meeting of my career. How long are they going to keep me waiting?
This deal could be huge for my company.
As technicians, we handle prep and post-op work. Beginnings and ends, as it were. You're interrupting me. Is this time accounted for? I doubt that. If time is money, then suffice to say... You may have a point. And since you clearly have bandwidth to spare, maybe you can help me clean up a, minor indiscretion. Good. Let me give you some background. Recently, I've been assisting the impoverished in both Ebbside and the Underbelly. I pay for the occasional meal, clinic visit, or comfort. But I may have lost a slate in the process. I need you to locate and retrieve it for me. Then we have an agreement. Discarded items are her specialty, so she may have come across the slate herself. If you can manage to find it, bring it back to me, and I will pay you for the time. As you were.
saved up enough. I'm getting a demo.
Hey, Chief, you got any creds you can spare? Thank you kindly. You're a class bass, you know that? I'll do my best to someday pay you back. Street's honor. This isn't a donation, it's an investment. Oh, I totally did. Found it in the dumpster right next to a half-eaten chunk. And it was perfect timing, really. You see, the other day, the wind got a nasty cough and blew away all of my business spreadsheets. But that won't happen with this slate. That would mean I don't have to start over. All right, deal. I lost them near the employee break area. Look for any papers near the ground, the tables, maybe even the roof. You find all 3 spreadsheets, and I'll give you the slate. If you got any spare creds, I can always... Thanks, Chief! Wow, that's real class of you, Chief. A+ stuff. Now I can get my books sorted, executive style. As promised, your slate. Tell your techie friend I didn't peek inside. And even if I did, I don't know what half of it says anyway.
Rather be doing this than getting used to.
Had to be there.
Did you pick me up?
Maybe if I move to the right a little.
You know the power of harmony. Reach for unique secrets, outfitters, and you'll enter a world knowledge. Possibly want. A proprietary mix of them.
How goes the slate? There's always work to be done. Well done. It seems assigning you to this task was time well spent. And as I said when we met, time is money. Hopefully these credits will serve as adequate compensation. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an operative to debrief.
Try not to hurry. Isn't there an assignment calling your name somewhere? You know, next time my team puts together a dossier for you, I suggest you read it. Might do you some good. I'm very interested in what you'll pull off next.
Don't cause any trouble.
Did you hear Imogene told me she hired another operative? Welcome to the team. I'm April. I can't speak for what every operative does. People tend to keep their cards close to the chest in operations. But me personally, I'm a field agent. I specialize in gathering intel that our techs can't get, especially blackmail material on high-profile clients and execs. Most assignments take me to the Astral Lounge or Paradiso. It's an incredible job. Great perks, too. I spend most of my time undercover living in luxury. It's great, as far as I'm concerned. I have a lot of respect for Imogene. She's not afraid to take what she wants. And hates paperwork as much as I do. But what I like the most? She trusts us to get things done. None of that micromanaging crap. Maybe we'll run into each other out in the field.
A gala at the New Atlantis.
I'm a little busy right now. Sorry, I can't talk right now. I have a meeting to prep for.
I heard what happened at the outpost. I met most of the people there. It's hard not to feel somewhat responsible. It's going to be strange not having Ularu to answer to. I wonder who they'll get to replace her. Now that Infinity LTD is joining the fold, I'm gonna have plenty of work to do making sure they're all set up.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
Can't you see I'm busy? I better do this. My work's time sensitive. I can't chat now.
Keep moving. My work's classified.
I heard about your run-in with Tomo. Supply chain disruptions in the Cheyenne system. Mr. Cho won't be happy about that.
This intel could blow a whole operation out of the water.
I warned people that I can't believe Ularu's gone. I figured her for CEO one day.
So, who'd you have to kill to get this job?
I'm not gonna miss Ularu. I can still see that smug look on her face.
Supply chain disrupt. I'm a little busy right now.
Damn, where the heck does Ms. Kalra know you're wandering around up here? You want to chat? Find DeMarcus. He's always willing to talk someone's ear off.
Whew, I'm glad that's over with. I just want to get back to the lab.
If you attempt to engage me in combat, I will be forced to detain you.
Don't cause any trouble.
Hang around too long, and Vina will try to test some of our work on you. I'm on my 12th iteration of this design. I have a good feeling about this one.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
I couldn't ask for. Can't get anything done around here without running into red tape.
The new Neuro. Watch your fingers. Lots of dangerous machines around. All right, relax. This experiment can't go worse than the last one did.
Vina and DeMarcus argued about electrons for hours. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that my latest experiment will be a success.
You don't smell electrical smoke, do you?
Can't talk. Doing calculus in my head.
Don't tell her I said this, but Vina's the reason things stay in such good shape in R&D.
If Vina offers you a job as a lab rat, you don't want it. Take it from me.
Our floor's off limits to most people. Kinda nice to have a guest. Hey, welcome to R&D. We don't get a lot of visitors up here. The specs they gave me for this job are so confusing.
Working here sure beats New Atlantis.
We take a lot of pride in our work up here in R&D.
I hate wait. I've been practicing for this speech all week.
I'm sure digging through Infinity Ltd's financials is going to be quite the emotional journey. I'm surprised you managed to sway the board against Dominion. But excuse me, I need to get back to work.
Ryujin certainly spared no expense on their exec floor.
Congrats on the senior position. It's well deserved.
So, if only there were more hours in the day. Shouldn't you be on assignment somewhere? Whatever you want. I don't have time for it.
I've got my eye on you.
They know how to make a client feel welcome up here.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
I don't believe we have anything to discuss at the moment.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
I've been waiting here for ages.
My career will be over if this deal falls through.
Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give it a thumbs down. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Every little helps.